Hey guys,
I'm Hallee,
and I'm Jamie.
and this is Literal Nonsense.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
I don't even know how to talk anymore.
I know, this is I feel so shy. Like our first episode.
Which is
Like our first 10 episodes.
in my kitchen with
Yeah.
crazy echo. And so we recorded in person together. Then we went virtual in the same room.
Yes.
And then we went full virtual.
Mm-hmm.
And then we went in person cute studio vibes.
At your house.
And now here we are, virtual again.
Virtual again.
So it's been quite a while, everyone.
Yeah, 6 months.
Yeah.
9 months?
No. Okay, no.
September?
7 months.
8 months, 9 months.
No, it's been 7. Because
7, 8, 9.
No, it's been 7 because I was making clips. I'm catching our Instagram up at Literal Nonsense Podcast. Is that the full thing? I don't even know.
Wow, this is embarrassing.
We need to get back in.
We need to dismember ourselves right now.
Fine. I just forget if we have podcast at the end. Yes, it's at Literal Nonsense Podcast Instagram. So I'm catching our Instagram up and all of our old episode clips, and I know it's only been 7 months because I was fucking huge in the clips. Yeah,
yes.
It was I was giving birth the next day. Not really, but essentially.
But kind of.
Yeah. So the reason for us being gone for 7 months is because I gave birth to a human. So that's a little time occupying / life shattering
and I've just been here.
Shell shocking. So okay. Before
bitch, I'm a mother.
It's me.
No drama.
That's me. Before we started this episode, I was like, oh, we should tell everyone what we've been doing. And Hallie's like, I've been doing nothing. And I said to her, you're literally writing a dissertation. So that's not true. Hallee is very busy also.
Yeah. Just in different ways.
I mean, yeah, I would say. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have real responsibilities like Jamie does.
I would argue writing a dissertation is pretty fucking real.
Yeah, but it's not life or death. You have to care for somebody. Their survival depends on you.
Which is terrifying.
Yeah.
Me and Ryan have kept this thing alive for 6 months. But we have done it.
And many more.
Yeah, so I had my daughter October 21st. So actually she came late. So really I was still had a month left, our last recording, which is sick. I only got bigger for 4 more weeks.
Jamie solidified the fact that I don't want children.
You know what's funny? I look at her now and I'm like, maybe I should have 3. I know. But we one at a time. Unless I have twins, then I don't have a choice. But whatever. So I told myself as a goal.
Okay.
just a little
anyways.
A little drop there. I told myself as a goal that I was able to just do whatever I had to do to stay survival mode for 6 months. Because I feel having a baby is a little shocking to the system. But now that it's been 6 months, no excuses. I'm back to my full-time job. I was we're recording the podcast again. I need to eat, protein and not just eat carbs all day. So I'm trying.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah. So I'm back to being a human
Jamie.
For myself. Yeah. So here we are.
Just Jamie?
Yeah, just Jamie. But yeah, she's great. She actually, and what's funny too is she's actually a really good baby. And I'm people who have bad babies, what do you do? Utmost respect to them because, wow.
Another reason not to have kids.
It's just a lot when she's good. So if she wasn't good, I don't know. I think I would just cry a lot. So
I guess you'll just have to figure that out if the bridge comes.
No, we're no bridges. No. So yeah, people who have kids that suck, I'm really sorry.
Actually, the podcast was just now lit for Jamie to brag about Willow and shit on everybody else.
No, I was honestly, it's more so me saying like, God bless you. Like you're a badass person. I have the utmost respect for you. Kind of like how you're saying like you don't want to do this because it looks really hard. I'm like, kudos to them. You know, way to function in your daily life. So that's kind of what we've been doing. That's why we took a little hiatus, but we're back with a vengeance. We're thirsty.
Okay, yeah. I need thirst.
Well,
no, I need water to quench my thirst.
Okay, but we have, I feel like, a lot of big things coming up, like, for the podcast. We're, like, revamping.
Yeah, we're thinking things through.
Yeah, we got a new logo, which I was excited about.
Mm-hmm.
We're kind of, like, editing the way, like, our posts on Instagram look and our general episode covers. Fun tease.
Our creative team, aka Jamie, is doing a wonderful job.
We're also kicking off, we're going to see Lori in 2 days.
Lori! Hey, girl!
Yeah, Lori Gilmore, as you all know, our BFF fangirl author that we just love all so dearly. She has another book coming out. This woman's unstoppable.
I know, she really is just cranking them out.
So we're actually going to her book signing in the city on Monday, the Union Square one, I think it is. It's the big ass Barnes and Noble.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go see her, get some book signed, chit chat with her, hopefully have her back on whenever all schedules align. But yeah, she has another book coming out, so we're excited. I mean, Jesus, she just doesn't stop.
That one's Daisy Chain Flower Shop?
Yes, it is.
I'm down for that.
Also, it's like spring vibes, and
yeah,
also
I like that.
I'm just calling this out right now as a prediction for that book. The main character is you.
Me?
Yes.
Me?
She thinks she's cursed in love and like wears all black all the time and like hates everyone. So I love that.
I can't wait to read about myself in this book.
Yeah, I was like, wow, Hallee. And the main guy, again, let's call prediction. He's giving me kind of Matt vibes. Like he like wears glasses. He's like a little sexy nerd.
That's great.
So this is a great book. So we're gonna cover that book.
I love it.
Yeah, we're probably gonna cover what was one before that? Gingerbread Bakery.
That was Annie and Mac.
Yeah, we're gonna cover that first, just because like hello, we've been waiting for that book forever.
Hello.
And I feel like we have to just cover all of Lori's books for the rest of forever.
I'm glad we finally know the beef between them.
Yeah.
I'm glad that's been put to rest.
Yeah, so that'll probably be what we're gonna do that after we finish up Hunger Games finally, right? I think.
Yeah, so sometime soon.
Yeah, like 2 episodes from now, we're covering that. That's what's coming up next, and then we'll do, the next 2 of Lori's books in this saga. Yeah. So today, let's talk about what we're doing today, because wow.
Yes.
You've been holding your breath for the end of this series, guys, and.
We apologize.
If you have, then you'd be dead because it's been a long ass time.
Right.
Yeah. So
I was really hoping that we could just get this done before
I was optimistic.
Lay Baby came, but it's okay.
I was optimistic that we could, but honestly, as I was setting up my camera and stuff for today, I was thinking back, like there was several times we were recording like the last episodes that like I was like sweating not well, didn't feel good, like nauseous as fuck, and like I had to like power through because I was like we're like recording, but I did not feel good.
Wow.
I was like needed
That's
water.
Crazy.
I was like I'm gonna throw up and die.
Oh.
I feel
well,
much
you hit
better.
it really well. I mean, I had no clue.
Yeah, no, I didn't feel good. I'm sure if I watched the recordings, I could probably pinpoint the moments that I was like, oh.
I mean, you were definitely out of breath a lot more often.
Yeah, I feel much better physically. So if you're pregnant and hate it, as I did, you literally pretty much give birth and you're like, oh, I could breathe. This is nice. Yeah. That's good. Because that shit, oof, yeah.
Mm-mm.
I prefer her on the outside much more.
Yeah. I would say I would also probably appreciate that.
Yeah, like I feel, people are like, "Oh, I miss the kicking inside." I'm like, "Why?" Like I could just hug her here.
She could kick me from the outside.
And she does. She does. Yeah, so who's like that? My sister-in-law, which I'm shocked by. She's like, "I miss him kicking." I'm like, "Amelia, shut the fuck up."
That is very interesting that she says that she likes that.
Right? So
I would not have
actually,
expected that from her.
in the hiatus of having my baby, I also had my nephew, not me. My sister-in-law had my nephew.
Jamie also
Um,
gave birth to her nephew.
yeah. He's also my godson. How sweet.
Oh, he is?
Yeah, he is.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, me and Ryan's godchild. And
Wow.
then Willow's her godchild. We have like the weird incestual thing going
Yeah.
on.
Yeah, I see this.
We're gonna have like a double baptism and just like all stand on the fucking stage together and be like, they're all ours. Just everyone just sprinkle them with water. So
You're
yeah,
insane.
my nephew's also here, which is nice. Little Joseph. So he's great as well. He's huge.
He is huge.
So yeah,
He's
there's
very
been
large.
lots of going ons, but for this now, I just shipped my kid off so I could like record and have hobbies, which I think is important.
I agree. You still need a sense of self outside of motherhood.
Amen. And that also tying it back to Lori, because I could tie everything to Lori. That's why she started writing, and look at her now.
Could be you, Jamie. Could be you one day.
Could be us, Hallee.
Right. I just like
so
to talk about books. I don't know if I'd want to write one.
No, I don't want to write one. I'm saying like the podcast, and maybe now this takes off because it's like a passion project. I don't know.
I mean, like that would be great.
So also speaking of obviously the podcast, I think until the indefinite future, we're going to record in this format, like virtually. Honestly, I feel like I just want to get a studio space. So until we like get like legit space, we're gonna do it like this.
Yeah.
Because I feel like at this point now there's a baby plus all the animals you guys know I have. Like I can't anymore.
It's really a lot.
Yeah, we're not doing it. So we're gonna do this format until we get like a legit like no animals or babies in the vicinity place.
Yeah. So if you're in our area and you have a studio, let us know. And as long as you're not like a weirdo or serial killer, we'll probably be there.
Yeah, I'll send Hallee to scope it out. I'll stay home. Right. So yeah, I guess we'll get started on our book of the day now that we have all of our housekeeping is done. We had to really clean up for sure.
Right.
So, Mockingjay.
Oh, I just want to point out how much nicer my book is.
I was actually thinking it when I held it up. I'm like, Hallie's gonna hold up her fucking book next.
So pretty.
But you know what happened with your books? You have one book
Just
that
shut
doesn't
up.
match your
Just
set.
shut up. Just shut up. Shut it. I actually didn't even buy it for that reason.
It's ridiculous.
Oh, well. Thanks a
so
lot.
Today's
HarperCollins.
I think that's so fucking stupid, but whatever.
It's HarperCollins, right?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, so today we're going to be covering Mockingjay to the end of our Hunger Games saga, and we're doing parts 1 and 2 of this book for this episode.
It's actually Scholastic Press.
Oh.
Sorry. Anyways.
No, it's fine. That's interesting. I didn't know
Right.
that. It was HarperCollins. I don't know. Anyway, part 1 and 2, which is chapters 1 through 18, and it's pages 1 through 261. So this episode covers those parts. We'll do a part 2, which is just part 3. Yeah. So I feel like aside for pregnancy, but like the fact that we took a long hiatus to get to this book also feels right, because I feel like this book just doesn't hit like the others, in my opinion. Like, I'm just like, whatever about it.
Do you mean like out of all the books in general, or just the main 3?
Both. It applies to both of those statements.
Really? So you would list Mockingjay as your least favorite book?
Yes.
I guess I would also have to do that as well. Because honestly, like Sunrise on the Reaping, that was Hamish's book, right? No. Yeah.
Yes, it was.
I loved that book. I am so excited for the movie. That's only my favorite, and then I think it's Catching Fire, and then Hunger Games. Yeah, and then I guess it would be Songbirds of Ballads, whatever, and then Mockingjay. But I don't like hate it.
I don't hate it. It's just such a different vibe from all of them. Like at least the even the first two books, like the new ones, like the prequels, like there was Hunger Games in them.
Well, yeah.
I don't think I like the like after the math propaganda situation.
I see. Like, what do we do now?
It just doesn't. Yeah. So the start of this book is Katniss is rescued from the arena. Peeta is not. She's fucking pissed.
Naturally. She was pregnant. They were in love.
Oh my god. Can you imagine if she was for real pregnant? That would have been spicy.
The
but
chick is like 16. They're in a dystopian world. She has no food. Like she lives.
Okay, but you act like that.
No,
doesn't
but I'm just
happen.
saying she lives in the worst district. The president has a personal vendetta against her. Yes. The type of technology that they have is just twisted, like how they use it on people. Like I would argue that is worse than
like now.
But
like
then
life.
Again, I can't even imagine.
Well, okay, yes. I mean, yes.
All right, so maybe just scratch everything I just said.
Well, no, but like, yeah, I mean, if she was pregnant, it would be horrible. But like, obviously, people in her story, whatever, like, people are pregnant. Like,
could you imagine being pregnant in the Hunger Games?
No, that's what I'm saying. Like, that would
what the
fucking
fuck?
suck. Like, there's no world in which okay, first of all, we've mentioned this.
Like, if she died in the arena, like, that's sick.
No, that is sick. But like, low key, okay. Wow, this is fucked up. But like, that would have been so fucked up and like a great plot point. I'm not saying like let's kill pregnant people in books.
No,
but, like,
yes, that's something I don't think other people have really delved into.
Right,
like that would have been a clickbait for sure. Like that would have been.
Why not be spicy?
Really, just fucking wreck everybody.
Yeah, like that's fucked up. But anyways, I digress.
And usually, the most fucked up things make for the best stories. But
you know, so I'm saying, yeah, wow. That would have been bad. Anyways, so they save this girl. She's like so they save her. She's in this fucking hovercraft, and they're like, we're going to District 13. And she's like, what are you talking about?
Yeah. She's mad confused.
Her whole life's a lie.
It is a lie, because also her life just doesn't exist anymore, because they bomb District 12. So there's literally nothing left except... Which I think is very interesting. The only area that's left unharmed or untouched is the what do they call it? The Victor Village.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wonder, do you think that was like a message from Snow, or do you think because it is so separated from like the most of the community, like it wouldn't be worth bombing it? Because also at that point, like Haymitch, Peeta, and Katniss all weren't there. Like they're not. There's no reason to bomb it at the same time.
I guess. But also you can argue that like he left that standing just to like show that like, you know, capital will prevail. Right.
I think it's probably a mix of both.
Yeah.
I think it probably just was convenient and worked well for him. He was like, oh, this is great.
I mean, yeah, but he leaves her a white rose like on her windowsill.
Yeah.
Because she goes back.
Yeah. Snow is a sick man.
Well, obviously. We learned that in Catching Fire.
Like, I just feel like, honestly, I think I've said this past episodes. Who knows what I've said at this point, because it's been, like, forever. I feel like he's just, like, one of the best book villains. Yeah. Like, he's top tier.
He's just sick.
Yeah.
Like, he's a sicko. Yes.
Yeah, I actually saw a meme relating to Hunger Games the other day, and it was, like, pictures of, like, Hunger Games, Twilight, like, Maze Runner,
oh, geez.
Divergent, like all those, and it was like this new generation of middle schoolers doesn't even understand, and I was like, no, that was like,
yeah. There was no censorship back then.
People were wearing Mockingjay pins to school like this was fucking normal. Like like we were like we were fucking like in the hallways like kissing the fucking fingers. Like what a bunch of freaks we were.
Taking quizzes. What district would you be from?
Oh yeah. Like, oh my god. Or like, yeah, what faction are you in Divergent? Like, And, like, we all thought this was fucking normal. Like, that we were not, like, the biggest geeks in the world. But honestly, how wholesome.
Yeah. I would argue that
Like,
our childhood is a lot better than childhood going on now.
I would agree with that.
But then, like, I would agree that, like, the generation before us had a better childhood than we had. You know what I mean? You know, I feel like it's all relative.
I think I'm being completely biased right now, but, like, I think we were, like, a mix of the best because we had social media and, like, fun things. Like, I fucked up Club Penguin and Webkins for sure.
Yes,
and, like,
yes.
then, like, you know,
Webkins
when, like,
came back also, by the way.
amazing. I might have to go on.
And now it's old enough that you can actually have alcoholic drinks. Like, in the game. Yeah, I saw it on a meme, like, on Instagram, but I don't know if it's real or not.
I need to know. Someone tell us. That'd be fucking insane. But then also, like, when the Hunger Games, like, website came out and you were, like, picking your faction and stuff, like, I think that was great. But then, like, I would do that for, say, like, an hour, and I'd be like, oh, I want to go outside and play. So I feel like we had, like, a good mix of, like, the technology, which was great, and it was, like, fun and new stuff. But I also wanted to go outside.
Yeah. I think it was a lot more innocent, because it was still, like, being figured out. But I feel like now with the AI, like...
Yeah. I would argue it was innocent until we hit the age of Tumblr, and then no.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, innocent in terms of, like, it was just so basic, you know? Like, it was all just very...
Right. Like, it was, like, it didn't keep your attention for hours and hours, because it was, like, there's only so much to do.
Exactly.
Like, it was, like, not advanced enough for me to, like... I was like, oh, I did everything I possibly could do in an hour, so now I'm gonna go outside.
And even, like, when Tumblr came around, like, I feel like, yeah, like, I could fucking scroll on Tumblr, like, for hours at night, but, like, if I were to go on during the day, it was, like, an hour, and that was it. Because then your feed runs out.
And also, Tumblr was for sure, like, a nighttime dark
Yes. Yes.
I used to sit. I had a loft bed when I was a kid.
So
like,
lucky.
Until I was 18. Like, literally, this was, like, you know,
love that.
I had this bed forever. I had a loft bed and a dark, like, plum purple room, and I used to sit under my loft bed. My computer was underneath my bed, and I had purple string lights, and me and Chelsea would sit on Tumblr for fucking hours at sleepovers, and it was just like, ooh.
Yeah.
It, like, I would pay money to recreate that bedroom, like, thousands of dollars.
Wow.
Like, I want to ask my mom if she'll, like, do it again. Just leave it there like a shrine.
Well, she could do it for Willow.
Yeah.
Willow gets no say what her bedroom looks like. It's gonna look like yours.
Probably not.
Until she's 18.
I'll have to give her free will, unfortunately, but that's gonna really bother me.
Yeah. True.
Yeah, but I don't know, like, that's what I think these books now, like, really do for me. Like, they still were, honestly, like, we've talked about this in the past, they were a great read back then, and they stood the test of time this time. Like, when I read them, I didn't feel like they were immature. I wasn't like, oh, they're meant for middle schoolers. Like, I still really enjoyed it, and as we've mentioned, it got so much more layered, like, as an adult. But I think my main thing reading these was, like, the nostalgia I felt reading them, because it was so big in, like, middle school in that period of my life. Like, I could see myself, like, back in my bedroom, like, at 3 o'clock in the morning. Like, I loved reading these books for that reason. But they were actually enjoyable as an adult.
Yeah. It's funny how much, like, you forget, you know? Because I felt like I almost was, like, rereading them again for, like, the first time, but, like, it's not the same because I'm older. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, and I also think, like, that's why I think this book, I, like, rate it low on the scale of all of them, because even though we just reread this book again, like, I forget this book the easiest.
Yeah.
Like, it's just whatever. Like,
I forget she gets shot. Like, I forget, like, all that stuff.
Because I'm just like, whatever. Like, I think, you know what turns me off? I think reading it turns me off because it's all about, like, propaganda and, like, the view of the people and, like, what the nation's doing. Now, that being said, I don't enjoy it as much, but I think it's, like, makes perfect sense with the story. I think it's so relevant, and I think it's, like, an important message, like, for, you know, Suzanne Collins, like, overall what she's trying to do. like I think it actually fits really well with the story. I just like don't enjoy it as much.
Yeah, I would say that I
That's how
think
I feel.
what does it for me is like, obviously we know the state of the capital and like
Hmm.
snow and how the different districts are viewed and all this stuff, whatever, right? So then you have District 13 that's been operating this whole time because they have nuclear weapons. And, you think Coin, who is running District 13, is good, or you would hope,
Right.
but then it turns
Right.
out that Coin is just not as bad, but is a bad person just like Snow, but in a different way, so I feel like it kind of, I think there's a lesson of how how do you say this, like, I don't want to say like the evil you know versus the evil you don't, but like, you know what I mean? It's like how one person gets replaced and then is replaced by somebody else who's equally as bad.
But what I think we didn't probably realize as kids, and like what I'm like, oh, realizing, as an adult, like, I mean, how true is that? Like, this is like a fun, quote unquote, fun
Yeah.
story and, dystopian, but like,
Children killing themselves, so much fun.
right. But like, okay, my point is like, how dystopian really is this? Like, basically what you're saying, right? Like,
Well, that's the point.
the the
That's the
corrupt powers that are taking over. I mean, Jesus. I mean, we look at what's going on in the world in general. Like, my personal opinion, without getting like actually political, is like if you're in that realm of politics, you're already corrupt. Like, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because everyone's buying each other, who's slipping what under the
all
table.
politicians are corrupt.
Yes. Like, I don't care what side, whatever. Again, not getting like political,
Anarchy.
not getting political in the sense of like actual humans, actual people, but like the system is fucked up. So bringing this back to Coin, like Snow is fucked up. She thinks like, oh, I'm on opposing sides, so I must be good, or like I'm going against him. That
Mm-hmm.
doesn't mean that you're good. That means that you don't agree with him, but if you were to come into power, you would be just as corrupt in a different way. And all of your resentment toward that side would then like marginalize that side.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Yeah.
it's really
And
interesting.
poor Katniss, is thrown into all this because she just stuck to her
Yes.
morals and, tried to do what, not let the games change her or whatever, still stick to what she believes is right or wrong. And she's being used as a puppet everywhere she looks.
Well, and that's really the main point of parts 1 and 2 of this book is Coin is using her as like the martyr and the face of their rebellion.
Yeah. And so
Um,
she's running the propaganda machine.
but Katniss sucks at it. Like it's fake. They're like literally like,
Yeah.
oh, this is brutal. Because she isn't doing it for the propaganda. She's doing it because it's like what she believes in.
Well, okay. And also, too, the thing that's crazy about this book, the one thing that gets me is like, okay, Katniss is a child, and President Coin, is using her for the shots and whatever for, like you said, to be the face of the rebellion.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she sucks. So they strip her of
Yes.
lines, and they're like, well, what are we gonna do now? So they fucking throw her into the field. They're
Right.
like, okay, risk your life, and just do what you do, and it'll be great.
But I argue that that's better for Katniss. Like
No,
she's
it's
like,
better.
yeah, like you guys record. That's your problem. Like I'm gonna fight because I actually want to fight.
I mean,
Like I don't know, one of the first scenes
yeah, it's good
in
for
part
her,
1 and 2.
but in theory, that's fucked up.
Well, no, yeah, yes.
What the
But
hell?
one of the first scenes of this book that's like we see that is they go to District 8, I believe, right? Is it the 8 hospital?
Yes.
And she's going to visit. And originally they were going to record her meeting with the injured and dying people to be like, oh, like,
Very like
okay,
Mother
sweetie.
Teresa.
Yeah, like, and then she is saying to these people that she had a miscarriage. So they're like, we're so sorry. I'm like, oh my God. This is sick. Whatever.
It is sick.
Whatever. And then as they're there getting this like bullshit fake ass footage the Capitol starts bombing them. And so she's like, fuck your rules, and like runs up to the roof and starts like fucking taking down hovercrafts and shit. And they're like, ooh, record this. This is great. But again, like I kind of argue, like at least I'd rather her be doing something productive and recording that. Like the hospital thing pissed me off.
Yeah.
Like I hate that. Like you're being forced to be nice, and I'm sure she genuinely feels bad, but like, come on.
Yeah.
You know what it reminds me of? Which, like, again, I guess this is kind of the point. Like, you know those fucking commercials where it's, like, election time?
Yes. Yes, I was thinking that.
And they're, like, kissing fucking babies. And they're like, the other side kills babies. And then they're like, I approve this message. I'm like, yeah, of course you do. You made it. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, my God.
Yep. Oh, my God. It's so silly.
It's so silly. But, like, okay, that's also, I think, the point of it, too. It's, like, if you were to write a book about our reality, you'd be like, that's so absurd.
But, like, it's real.
Like, these politics, these political commercials are real, and they're so silly. Like, it literally is, like, kissing the fucking 90-year-old grandma in the hospital bed, like, oh,
yeah,
you're so cute. I'm like, oh, my God.
God bless
who
you.
Who let them record this?
I know. And it's just like, and I hate that too because it's like you're asking for like sympathy. You know?
So like, that's like what they want Katniss to record.
And as we know, Katniss is so.
And she's
very
like,
brash.
no thanks. Yeah, so, you know,
and she's a teen.
She ends up, right, which is crazy. But honestly, I feel like, that's more to the point, like, uncorrupted youth. Like, she's like, I don't care about your fucking agenda and your politics. Like, let's just do, like, this is wrong. Like, what are we doing here?
Okay, so what about when they do the interview with PETA?
Oh, which one? Like, all of them?
Yeah, like, just kind of, like, leading up to, like, them trying to rescue him. And how in, like, every message, he was like, what was he saying? Like, please, Katniss. I love you, Katniss. Blah, 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 blah. Meanwhile, the kid looks sick, unwell. He's like emaciated in the chair.
Yeah.
Pale.
Well, the first one, she was like, "Oh, he looks great. Like they're not harming him, whatever." And then it's like they air the next one a few days later, and it was obvious that like the recording was from like months ago, and now he's looking fucking tortured,
haggard.
This guy.
Yeah, and then. So, you know, she's pushing. So they finally are able to, like, get a diversion or whatever and, like, go in and save PETA. And they also save, like, Annie.
Which is, like, Finnick's girlfriend.
And I think somebody else they also grab as well.
Oh, Joanna Mason.
Yes. And I thought this was so crazy, you know, because Katniss sees PETA and, like, they, like, run... they, like, run to each other. To, like, you would think, embrace. But this guy just, like, fucking chokes the shit out of her.
What were your thoughts, like, if you remember? Because I feel like it was very, like, mind-blowing. Like, the first time you read that, I was like,
no way. What? Hold the phone. What are we talking about here?
I mean, and I think, like, leading up to his rescue, the whole message of the book was, like, it was, like, a propaganda war. Yeah. It was, like, Katniss made something, then PETA made something. And Finnick even tells Katniss, like, you don't get it. Like, they're keeping him alive and, like, having him do these interviews because, like, this is torturing you. And, like, when she realizes they're tormenting him because of her, she, like, has, like, a mental breakdown. And that's when they decide to, like, go rescue all of them. But it's, like, yeah, it's, like, this war, like, behind the scenes. Like, it's obviously Coin versus Snow, but they're using these poor teenagers as, like, these bargaining chips, which is just so fucked up. So, like, yeah, they save him, but now you're like, why are you trying to, like, and not choking, like, not that there's any good choking, well, like, there is, but but it wasn't like...
I knew you were gonna walk right into that one, and I was waiting for it.
But, like, it wasn't like a light choke, like, he tried to, like, break her neck.
Yeah, he tried to kill her.
What I was trying to say.
That dark fantasy in him.
He was like, Katniss, I miss you so much. I'm trying to, like, fuck real hard. She's like,
We're trying something new.
Yeah, no. Imagine. Like, because if that was one of our books we read now, that scene would have been like he started choking me, pushed me against a wall, and had his way with me, and we would have been like, yes. But this was young adult, and we said, oh, perhaps this is not good.
This is not the time nor the place. So obviously PETA is now a threat.
Yeah. So let's talk about that torment to poor PETA. They fucked him up.
PETA.
Whenever like our recording app, whenever it does like our captions for like the clips I post on Instagram and stuff, it always does like PETA's name, like the organization that saves pets, like PETA. And I'm like, no. I'm like, that's not what we're talking about.
Yeah.
So they fucked PETA up.
Yeah. So every time like Katniss is like brought up or an image of her, like he has like the knee-jerk reaction to destroy.
Which is so sad.
Which is crazy. Also, okay, now this is where it gets like not like sad, but like that love triangle is really hard because
I was just thinking about
you
this.
know, she obviously cares about PETA and she loves him. And now she sees him like this and she's like, shit, what the hell am I gonna do now? But meanwhile, she's beefing with Gale like this whole book.
Because they kissed, then she's like, I don't know, I love PETA, but I love you. She don't know what the fuck she wants.
But then Gale's also mad at her because he's like, come on, like we have to do this. Like these things that Coin want. Like Gale is fully on Coin's side.
Gale is like rebellion hard.
He's like, let's wipe him out. But like Katniss is obviously the moral high ground. Gale has no sympathy. He's like, let's fucking kill him. And I'm like, because they took everything from him.
No, I know.
But
I get. I'm like, wow. He's like, innocence? Fuck him. I'm like,
right.
Okay.
Wait, also too, in this book, is this the book where Finnick like tells everyone like what Snow did to him? Like pimping him out?
Yeah. Made Finnick a sex slave.
Which is so crazy.
Because he won the games at 14.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
You can't,
and then
okay, you can't be fucking 14-year-olds. I mean, people can, but they're sick fucking humans.
Well, I was gonna say sex slavery. But then he gets all this information on everybody.
Yeah, he's like, fine, you can suck my 14-year-old dick, but tell me a secret.
Got a secret, can you keep it? Oh my god, that's terrible.
Like, I'm laughing, but like I kind of want to cry.
This book is actually terrible.
Like, yeah, like if you think about it, like I feel like when you're reading it, you're not realizing what you're reading, and then after when like we're talking about it, I'm like,
yeah,
ooh.
I don't think like that ever processed when I was younger.
No.
I just think it was like, oh, he used him.
Like, I don't think it processed that they were pedophiles. Like,
Suzanne was letting us know back then. Come on.
Suzanne knew it was up. So, also, we forgot to mention this, which I think is just like a little relevant. Before PETA gets rescued, one of his broadcasts is live.
I just spilled my coffee all over myself.
I hate that. PETA's broadcast is live, and he's like, "They're gonna I'm like distracted. You like cut me off like mid swing, and then I got stuck. PETA was broadcasting live, and then the recording, and he was like, "They're gonna bomb you tonight," and then like they do, and thank God they all got saved because PETA warned them. But they beat the shit out of him. That was so dramatic. The camera, like there was mass chaos because he told them. The camera falls on the
people,
floor,
like, running around.
and all you see, and then you see him get hit and blood splatters on the floor. I was like,
brutal.
So then they rescued him because they were like, all right, this guy is fucked.
Yeah.
So that was like another big scene. Like they bombed District 13, but they had like an underground bunker, so it was fine. Yeah, I just feel like all the little intricacies of this book, again, as we're saying it, I'm like, wow, this is nuts. And what I think is fucked up, which I think is fucked up for every time there's a fucking female character and she's picking between the two hot friends, whatever. This is where Katniss pisses me off. all the fucking female leads just always really grind my gears. So Katniss, now Gale is like, I love you. And she's like, well, maybe I kind of like Peeta and you. And I'm like, okay, have your fucking cake and eat it. But now Peeta comes back. He's been fucked up. He's been tortured for her because he's like he's been ride or die for Katniss and like whatever. He starts choking her out in the bad way. and 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 now he's like always like bitchy toward her and like mean and like has this like Hallee said, you know, instinct to kill her. And she's like, I miss the old Peeta. You fucking didn't even like him then. Right. So now it's a classic case of I miss what I can't have. Oh, you used to be so good to me. I just didn't realize it. And I'm like,
I would low-key now make the argument that Katniss doesn't really like Peeta or Gale.
I would agree with you.
You know, I don't think she really likes either of them. I just think she has, like, emotional bonds with them, and being the state of, like, their world, I think it gets confused with, like,
well,
love.
I don't know what part she says this in, whether it's this part or the next part. Even though we're obviously recording this episode part 1 and 2, I'm sure we're going to say, you know, some part 3 sprinkled in. But in this book, for sure, she says, whether it's Gale, Peeta, someone says, maybe Haymitch, she's going to pick who she can't live without.
Yeah.
And there's a reflection after that. And it's like, he didn't say who she loves. He didn't say anything. It's who she can't live without. So, to your point, she's going to pick the person whose life she likes how it looks. Like, what circumstance, what world does she fit into best? Who she can't live without. Because I would also argue with you. She doesn't love either. I think she kind of likes them both a little.
Yeah. Just, like, she's based on the circumstances. But it's not like a...
Correct. Like so she's going to...
It's not even like an act... Not that, you know, we compare everything to Akhtar. And Akhtar's just on a completely different level than this. But, like, it's not like a Feyre and Rhys or, like, a Cassian and...
no.
Whatever. What's her name?
Nesta.
I was going to say Samantha. What
right.
the fuck is wrong with me?
Not Samantha.
Maybe I should do a reread.
Right. Yeah, like they say in like a positive, I can't live without you. I think this is more of like a cynical view of like what circumstance fits me best and who can't I live without.
I think Gale says that, and she's eavesdropping.
I think you're correct.
Like, I think that's what it is. They're at District 13, and I think Gale, honestly, I think he's talking to Peeta.
Oh, maybe. I have to, like, we'll refresh that for next episode. Even if it happened in this part, we'll talk about it. I gotta find it, as well. But, I mean, that's to the point of exactly who Katniss is. She's gonna do what's best for Katniss. And she knows that no matter which one she picks, they're both, like, down. Which I don't love that. Like, I don't love that position of power in love triangles. Yeah. When the other two are just so classically like, I'll just wait for you and you tell us who you want. And either one of us is so willing. Like, eventually I want one of them to be like, actually go fuck yourself.
Right.
Because that's real life.
Yeah. Well, I think that's another thing with, like, the love triangles, that it's kind of just, like, you know, they're just not real.
Like, they are.
Like, they are, but, like, I don't know.
Not to that level.
I feel like everybody does love triangles, but, like, very minimal people have done it right.
I would agree. Like, realistic.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Gale, Peeta, and Katniss don't really care for their love triangle.
Agreed, but I also think that was very, like, of the era when these books came out. Love triangles were big. You know what love triangle is done right? I have to digress about this because we're not covering these books that we read in an episode, but I literally simply have to speak about it. So Hallee and I, while I was on maternity leave from the podcast, we read Zodiac Academy.
Like half.
Yeah, like half. More than half, like 2/3, I would say. Yeah. They're adult books for sure. There is a scene which I'm still so shook by. We are smut readers in this household of Hallee and I, but I have not dove into the threesome deep end yet. Well, we have now. So basically, long story short, if you read Zodiac Academy, listen, you'll know what we're talking about. If you haven't, like, you could listen and just not know what the fuck I'm saying, or you could skip like 10 seconds. The fucking Darius, Caleb, and Tori threesome blew my mind. That's a love triangle. Mm-hmm. That was done properly.
That was, yeah.
Like, she was fucking Caleb. It was like Darius was all mad, as he should be, because he liked her. And then Darius kind of swooped in with his, like, bigger dick than Caleb's, and he was like, all right, I guess I lost. And then he was fine with it. But I feel like that was a good love triangle.
Yeah.
Like, that would not fit in the Hunger Games, but I just had to simply mention that, because that was in fucking sane.
Yeah, it was. And then the conclusion of their love triangle. In the cave.
So this guy Caleb came up with, like, a plan, he said. Not once in my head did I think the plan was to have a threesome.
Right.
So all of a sudden I'm reading, it's like, late at night, blah, blah, blah. And all of a sudden they're both fingering her, they're touching hands in her. I'm like, I was like, oh my God. I had to take a walk around my house and do a lap. I had to, like, put it down, because I was like, did I just fucking read that? And
that was crazy. That was...
The books continue on that same thought. So, like, then it made sense. But that was, like, one of the first real, like, big... There was always sex scenes, but that was one of the ones I was like, oh, Jesus. And then it continues on in that same train of thought. And I was like, okay, this makes sense for the series. That's what we're doing here. But, wow, was I shocked. I
wasn't ready for that one.
No. So, I just wanted to mention that, because that was a love triangle done correctly.
Yeah, for sure. That was a good
one.
That
was a good one. Again, would not fit in the Hunger Games, so,
Yeah, it's just a different vibe.
We couldn't have that for middle school children.
Definitely not.
Here's your introduction to group sex.
Right. What type of program are we running here?
Yeah, no. Wowza. So, yeah. So, I mean, I would agree. I think Katniss looks out for herself. And I think, like, for whatever reason, I think that time period of, like, Divergent, Hunger Games, Maze Runner, like, all the dystopian stuff, maybe those were, like, the first books where, like, it was, like, women's rights and, like, strong female leads, because there was a lot of them. Maybe that was also part of the love triangle thing, was, like, here's this strong woman, and, like, she can get whatever man she wants.
Right.
I don't know how great that aged. I think that's, like, in general, like, woman empowerment and, like, a strong female lead is great. But I don't know how much I think, like, that's all that time period of books did. Was, like, the love triangle where both the men are like, we love you.
And the FMC has either, like, some crazy power and she's shunned, or, she discovers she has a power later on, and...
Right.
So, very much the children save the world.
Right. Whereas now, I think we've kind of shifted to, like, still strong female leads. But, like, for example, think of Fourth Wing. Like, there's, like, the love triangle, but, like, fucking Dane, what the hell's his name? Dane? Dale?
It's Dane.
Like, Dane gets mad about it, which makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, he's not being, like, a little bitch. Like, he's like...
What the hell?
Yeah. Yeah, he's like, I liked you and you like this guy. Like, ew. Like, now we're not friends. Which, again, that's realistic.
Yes, obviously.
Which, I like that better. I think that's more mature and that's more realistic.
Yes.
So, how does this section end? Where do we leave off with part 2? Let's crack open our book.
So they go to District 2. And
oh yes, because Katniss is like, let's fucking do this.
Yeah, so they're like just going for it. She's like, I'm taking out Snow, and this is it, because she makes that agreement with Coin. She was like, well, I get to kill Snow.
Yes.
And so they go to this place called the Nut.
Yeah, and previous to Katniss leaving, because she expresses that she wants to be on the front lines and, like, trying to, kill Snow and stuff, her and Joanna Mason have to go through, like, intensive, like, army training, essentially. because Coin is like, if you don't pass the test, like, we're not just sending you on the front lines.
Obviously, because they're going to the military, like, holding, like, of District 2.
Right. So that's part of, like, what happens in this section. That was kind of the back plot when a lot of the love triangle stuff was going on, was her and Joanna were, like, training. So that was a lot of this part. Was more so, I think, my opinion of part 1 and 2, it's less plot-based of what's going on, and it's more of, like, the backstory of, like, the propaganda and the love triangle. So yeah, so now they go to District 2, like Hallee said. And they're going into war, like, front lines.
Yeah, so basically they get there, and then Gale's also on the mission. I think Peeta's also on the mission, because at this point, Peeta's not, like, a direct threat to her, but they're not, like, cool either.
Well, that's how this section ends. So they get all sent there without Peeta. And he's still, like, he's able to be around her, but, like, restricted and has, like, manacles on and stuff. Right. But he's able to be, like, out free when he's not around her.
And he knows that something's happened to him, and he, like, they're starting to break through, like, the mind control that Snow had on him. But then, Katniss realizes it's a trap, essentially. Like a death trap for everyone there.
Because they send the whole crew without Peeta, and then I think someone dies, I forget, but they need, like, a replacement member, and then Peeta shows up, and Katniss realizes, like, especially if he sees Katniss in, like, a violent environment, it, like, triggers him. And so she's like, oh, Coin sent Peeta here to, like, kill me, basically. Yeah. Whether he does it or the actual war does it, like, Coin's purpose is, like, I'm more useful as a martyr than I am alive. And that's kind of how this section ends, with them, like, about to go into, like, the real thick of war. But, like, we're kind of realizing Coin's real motives
the thick of
now.
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it.
What's that from?
The animal show when we were younger. Backyardigans.
Oh, wow. That's not what I thought you were going to say.
I'm pretty sure it's from there.
Like, it was giving me, like, Into the Woods vibes, but...
Into the thick of it. Into the thick of it. No, that's Backyardigans, I think. Into the thick of it.
I'll Google it. So, okay. Wow. So, yeah. So, but, like, would we argue that Coin is as bad as Snow? Like, what's our... Now that we know her true motives, like, to the end of this section.
It's like one autocracy for another one.
Well, right. But, like, again...
Like, she thinks her people are better, her technology, whatever. And so she wants to blow out the Capitol and take the spot on the throne and do the same shit.
Right.
I mean, granted, maybe there wouldn't be Hunger Games. Like, okay, who knows? But, like, But then again, I guess you could beg the question, like, maybe you have to act like that in the beginning to get to come out on top. I don't know.
But that's, like, a slippery-ass slope.
Yes.
And we'll talk more about that in part 2, because Coin then starts having some ideas, which you're like, ooh, not great, Coin.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think at this point, though, like, I would say that she's maybe not as bad as Snow, but she will do whatever it takes. Because...
She's not convincing Katniss. That's the problem.
Right.
Because Katniss is like, well, why are we doing this when you're acting just like Snow?
Right. And I also think Coin's mindset is, I will do whatever it takes because he is so corrupt and fucked up. I will do anything to overthrow him and, like, I'll be better. But then, whether she realizes it or not, she's doing things that are just as fucked up, maybe, like, a little bit less, but...
And bringing her down to his level.
Correct. Which I think is, again, the cycle of politics in real life as well. Like, you think the other side is so bad that you're like, I gotta do this. And again, there are sides, like, Coin is for sure the worst of the sides. But it doesn't mean that what Coin is doing is correct. So it's, like, hard. It's, like, a hard...
It doesn't matter anyways, because in the end she dies, so...
Right. So
all this for nothing.
How'd that work out for you, Coin?
Right, exactly.
Oh, I also want to mention this from this part because I think it's cute. I don't know. It's totally irrelevant to like anything we've talked about. But Finnick and Annie, she gets back and they get married. That's nice.
Yeah, that's like the one like joyous thing in the book.
I also kind of love that like Finnick, who's like this like apparently super hot, super coveted, like was sold into sex because he was like so attractive. I love that he like loves like the like shy crazy girl who's like traumatized.
Yeah.
That's sweet.
She's like actually crazy.
But I think it's because she's traumatized. I don't think she was.
No, yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
Right, like she like mumbles to herself and like freaks out and starts screaming and he like has to hug her. Like, yeah. Bam.
Like it's giving Asylum. American Horror Story.
It's like sad as fuck to me.
Whatever.
I'm like, aw, I don't know. I'm just like
in your feels.
Yeah, like that's sweet. That's like the one endearing part of this book. I'm like, okay. So that's nice. But yeah.
Give me the death instruction.
Okay.
Well, anyways, so yeah, they go to the nut, and
they're slowly making a plan to like get this like main base.
Yeah. So I think like essentially they're gonna like trap everyone in there and just blow it the fuck up. And Katniss is like, that's wrong, and Gale's like, too bad.
Yeah. And then I don't know if the actual plan happens. I think it happens in the next part, but whatever. But they end up like she says, let's leave one exit open, so they have to go that way, and then just have guards waiting to like arrest everyone. Like we don't need to kill them all.
Yeah.
So Katniss really does try to be the moral middle ground. You know, this is a side of people that are against her, but that doesn't mean they have to die.
So instead she gets shot.
Right. Katniss can't win, bro. But you know what? Sometimes I'm like, you know what? You're a little icky, so that's fine. Fucking get shot, girl.
But I think that's when she gets shot, and then that's when her and Peeta have that like heart-to-heart, and that's how the section ends, right?
So, well, no, the section ends when Peeta shows up. So maybe that is in part 3. So we'll talk more about it next episode then, which is fine. But that'll be good because we can actually like read like who says what.
Yeah.
So yeah, so we're leaving off this part with Peeta shows up. They're about to have this whole plan with the nut. So we'll dive more into that, and then we'll tell you how this book concludes, which is like a lot goes on. A lot goes on.
Yeah, the ending of this book is quite interesting.
Like pretty much from here through the end when they like go to the Capitol and they're like really in the thick of it. Like part 1 and 2 obviously in length was longer, but it was a lot of like the plot, like I said, it was kind of like meh. Like it was a lot of propaganda, let's get Peeta, and like love triangle. And then like the basics of war. Okay, they bombed us, but we're all safe. They bombed a hospital. Like just like things like that were going on, but like the main message was the propaganda, like corrupt political leaders, and then like Katniss being a fucking moron,
right,
with her men. So yeah, the next part I enjoy. I think like I enjoy part 3 of this book, and then we'll talk about what we thought of the whole series overall. So that'll be next episode. For now, we're gonna do every other Sunday release day.
Ease our way back.
Yeah, so this way we can be consistent for you guys, but it's every other Sunday. So keep an eye out. Our Instagram is at Literal Nonsense Podcast, as I looked up before. There I go.
And I think that's our TikTok as well.
Perfect. See? Look at us.
Oh, well. Remember when TikTok was going to get banned?
Yeah, that was a crazy thing. Yeah, so I'm so happy to be back. It brings me life.
Same. And so, thank you all for still listening to us.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, it's a little break, but our episodes were all still there. So yeah, it was fine. Now we're back. Now we have new content. And I'm so excited. And then I'm sure we'll be posting when we go see Lori, because that's just like a fun bookish thing.
Yeah.
And we love that. And then I feel like I saw this somewhere and then I haven't seen it since. But I think her little, like, co-guest star or whatever is Tessa Bailey, who we've also read her books as well. So that's exciting and fun.
Is she the one that wrote It Happened One Summer?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah, we like that book.
Yeah, we did like that book.
Yeah. Apparently she's coming out with, like, I was on her Instagram because I think that she's going to be there on Monday. She's coming out with like a little 6-book series of like novellas this summer, like cutesy, like summer fling stories, which I like. So we'll see how it goes, but we're excited to be back. We're so thrilled. It makes me so happy.
I have an octopus on my head.
I love it. It's happy. It's also happy. It's not the sad.
I know. I could flip it inside out and then it would be sad.
Yeah, it's angry or whatever it is. Yeah. So I'm happy it's happy. We are happy. I think that you should have that on deck for recording. So if we're talking about something that's making you mad, you can like flip it and hold it up and say, I didn't like this part. Yeah. I think I also have one.
You should get it. And that's what we'll do.
Yeah, we could end our episodes and be like, did you like this book? Yes or no? Right. Oh my God.
That's great.
All right. Well, so we'll see you guys.
Bye.
Next episode. 2 Sundays.
And be there, be square.
Right. We love you.
For last part of Mockingjay.
And then we move on with our lives.
Yep. Bye-bye, Suzanne.
Bye-bye, Suzanne. All right.
Okay.
And bye-bye, you guys.
And bye-bye, you guys.
All right. We'll see you next time.
Okay, bye.
Bye.